Hi, I wanted to start something new today. This is the first video in a new series focusing on the basics of videography in frame, meaning what makes all of this look good. We're beginning today with camera positioning for talking head videos just like this. Welcome to Introduction to Cinematography, Chapter 1. Before we get started, lighting and camera positioning go hand in hand. So if you haven't watched my video talking about the basics of lighting, or you just don't know about lighting, period, I would recommend that you go check out the video that I made. I'll link it up there. Then you come back here to watch the rest of this video. Okay, let's say that you've got your lighting set up however you like it. That's good. But where do you put the camera? You might think that you set up your lighting perfectly, but for some reason the image still looks bad. It still looks kind of flat. Well, not to worry, because this is probably just a simple problem with how you're setting up your camera. And I'm not talking about settings, I'm talking about positioning. You see, there's this term in cinematography called shooting the shadow side, and it's actually pretty self-explanatory. Basically, it just means whenever you're filming something, a really good way to make it look dynamic is to film the side of the actor or the talent or the subject that's in shadow. So you see how the camera is slightly pointed to this side of my face? Well, that's because this is the shadow side of my face. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. You don't have to film in complete silhouette unless you want to do something kind of artistic or noir. But try moving the camera just a few degrees off and see how it looks. I bet it'll look better. Filming on the shadow side increases depth in your image, and it separates your subject better from the background. If you look into any sort of Hollywood movie, and believe me, when you're watching them now, you're gonna start noticing this, most of the shots, if not every single shot in the movie, is shot on the shadow side of the subject. Almost all modern filmmakers use this technique, and sometimes that requires cheating the subject a little bit. So, for example, if you've ever been in theater, if you know anything about theater, you've probably heard the term cheating out, and that's when the actors kind of turn toward the audience. It feels awkward if you're an actor, but it looks more natural for the audience because they can actually see the front of the actor. But the actors will turn to the audience and sort of do this. They'll sort of talk to the person that they're talking to a little bit profile. And actually, I'm cheating out right now. My torso isn't facing the camera, because if I did that and I faced the camera like this, see how much flatter the image seems? And you've still got pretty decent lighting, but it's not quite as good as filming like this. At least I don't think so. So if you're setting up a talking head shot, you want to film a YouTube video, make it look good, try just cheating a little bit. Keep your head turned this way, keep your head like this, and then just kind of turn your eyes and talk to the people just like that. Shooting on the shadow side makes a massive difference, and I think this is probably the biggest thing that I've noticed most YouTubers mess up. A lot of them just don't know. You've never even heard about shooting on the shadow. It's hard to say. Most people don't know about it. And I didn't know about it for quite a while. So if I look back at my old videos, there's a lot that I just kind of want to reshoot because I'm like, no, move the camera over a little bit. It looks terrible. Shoot on the shadow side. And I'm trying to keep you from making the same mistakes. But that said, that really just kind of wraps this up. I like to keep these things quick. You can go back and look at different things or ask questions down below if you have any. That is a wrap on the Introduction to Basics of Cinematography, Chapter 1, Shooting on the Shadow Side. Next time, we're going to be talking about another really, really important thing, which is motivated lighting. So, stay tuned for that, and remember, you are an awesome human being. I'll see you soon.